Okay, we're back for video number 2 in our Artfully Composed Stamp class. Welcome back. Wait just a second. Let this pop into newsfeed so some of you can join us. If you're watching the replay, thanks for being here. And if you're able to watch live, we appreciate you too. Okay, there's video number 2. I know it can take just a minute, so we'll be patient. Dale and Oliver are back with me, so if you hear some strange noises, Oliver's been playing with his toys. Okay, now I see a friend hopping in with us. LD is back. You know, we had some kind of technical difficulty with video number 1. I know at one point Dale said the video was frozen, and then when I went up to turn the video off, it had already turned itself off, so I'm not sure what happened. But fortunately, we were almost done with the card. All you had to do was add your leaf and your sentiment, and then I did use the opal rounds as my embellishment. So super simple card, but I just love the way that evening evergreen contrasts on Calypso Coral. And we'll go ahead and start with our next project. Show it to you right quick. This is the one that we're using some of the beautiful vellum on. So just a circle of vellum, but it really adds a really pretty touch to it. Go ahead and get everything out of your envelope. It's all prepped and ready for you. We'll start with our card base and get that burnished good. And then we've got a couple of cardstock layers. If I remember right, I think that's Pear Pizzazz. And we've got some Evening Evergreen. Then a little strip of Designer Series paper. Now, if your strip is too long, just snip off the end. I know when I was packaging these up, I remember right, some of them may have been a little bit too long, and you can just add that to your Evening Evergreen cardstock and then just snip off the excess. Rather it be too long than too short. Anybody else jump back in?
Nope.
Okay. We'll just craft with LD. And I'm just adding that to that next layer. And again, just pulling the colors from the Designer Series paper.
Got a heart.
Thank you. We love hearts. I know who that one's from then.
Oliver would like to help her craft.
He would. He loves to snatch little pieces of paper if you drop them. That is for sure. Although he is growing up, he's getting better about all of that. Does that look okay, Dee?
Looks good.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Let that dry for a minute. Oh, let me go ahead and put my inside panel. This would really be a great set to add some of the images to the inside. Oh, I forgot to show, too, what you did for us, for me, while we were on break. I'll show them. It's like magic, y'all. Remember that hot mess of dies? Look how pretty that looks now on that magnet sheet. Dale did a great job. I think Oliver helped, right?
Oh yeah.
Much, much better.
Everything's easier with all of them.
Okay, so this is again a super simple card, but I think it has a really big wow. It's just so pretty. So this time we've got our leaf that's die cut, and I'm just going to add it with a glue dot. I may need to kind of crunch that glue dot up just a little bit so that it doesn't show. And you may want to use liquid glue. You may want to use a couple of glue dots back behind. Totally up to you, whatever your adhesive of choice is. I think I'm going to put one more. It's crunched up a little bit. I'm back to using those glue dots that are on the other side of the paper, so it throws me for a loop. And I'll just add this to my vellum. Okie dokie. And it's gonna go right over here. And I keep a sponge, both a sponge dauber and a piece of sponge. Now this is not something that we have in our catalog anymore, but we do have the sponge daubers. And I think the easiest way to add vellum is to just sponge a little bit of glue on. Let's put some on our silicone craft sheet. It's probably way too much, but that's okay.
Jan Miller made it back.
Hi, Jan. And we'll just sponge a little bit of glue on the back. The nice thing about doing it this way is it doesn't show then on your project. That's one of the hard things about using vellum, is just that your adhesive shows. So this is a really cool trick to keep that from happening. And we're going to add this over to this side. And I did overlap the designer series paper a little bit. I put that leaf at an angle. Hope that turned out really pretty. Give that a second to adhere and dry. I'll move this out of the way. I don't have an accident. And then we'll stamp our sentiment. And again, just using the Evening Evergreen ink. The Calypso Coral would look pretty as well. This Hey There sentiment is really cute. And I'm pretty sure that this die cut comes from the rectangle stitch dies, doesn't it, Del?
Yes, it does.
There's one that's almost, it's kind of set aside by itself in that set. And I think that's it. Clean that stamp right quick with my chamois. And we can add this sentiment with dimensionals, of course.
What?
I know the other day LaDonna typed in, when in doubt, pop it up. That's been our motto for years, hasn't it?
If you need to ask, pop it up.
If you need to ask, pop it up. We love dimensionals. Put our little Hey There over on the side. There went a dimensional back. And again, just embellish as you would like to. I'll use some of those opal rounds again. Of course, I was always taught to use an odd number of embellishments, but I've also come around to just do what makes you happy, what you like. I think I put one on the actual vellum on the other card too, so just whatever you like. And that finishes up card number 2.
Donna says she loves the vellum.
Isn't that vellum gorgeous? Yeah, I'm trying to think. You may have to pull that out for us, Dale. It has the letter, or we could look in the catalog, right?
Let me grab it.
Okay. Okay, let's work on card number 3 next. Move some things over. And again, everything that you need is in your envelope. Oh, you already found it that quick? I would not have known where it was. We'll take a look at that right quick.
There's this small print.
Yeah, I know this. Oh, yes, the newspaper print. So this is in the black. So it's in the black and the white. I know that's probably not going to show up
That's the script print.
super well. Yeah, the script is actually a letter from a girl, and all of these are in, is it the Smithsonian? I can't remember. There's the map, which you got a piece of this in the white for that last card, but it's in white and black, all 3 of those images. And vellum is just so much fun. It adds so much to your project. And don't forget that you can stamp on it too. You just have to give it some time to dry. Okay, now we'll work on project number 3. Again, you've got a strip of designer series paper. I really have grown to love using just strips like this, about 1.5 inches wide. It really does extend your designer series paper, especially when you're wanting to make several of the same card. So just have a thick basic white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let's burnish that right quick.
Trisha joins you.
Good morning. And then again, if your designer series paper strip is too long, snip it off, but I think these should be fine because I do have just a small border on either side, or top and bottom, and then the one side. So we will add this. I don't think it really matters which direction it's going. But that just gives you a little bit of color in your designer series paper. But doesn't use a lot of it. This paper's so pretty. And then we can go ahead and add this panel to the front. Love Evening Evergreen. So sorry for those that are just joining. Sorry about that first video cutting off. Not sure what happened, but we were almost done with the card. So it worked out okay. Oh, okay. Oh, Dale's telling me I didn't get all little bits out of that one leaf. So if your leaf still has some bits, I'm sorry. And I messed up. I didn't put this under there. I'll just put it on top. On this card, I put this little strip underneath, but for here, I'll put it on top since I forgot to do that. Not a big deal. I get to talking and have a happy accident. I won't say messed up, right?
Chance for embellishment.
Chance for embellishment. Now we'll just put it on top. No harm there. I think that's pretty straight.
And they're personalized, right?
Yes, every card's a little bit different. I meant to do that, right? No. Okay, where'd you put my leaf? There it is. Okay, so sorry if I didn't get all the little bits out of your leaf. That's a lot of die cutting, you guys. We love doing it though, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm gonna stamp the sentiment, and this says happiest birthday wishes. Again, just such a pretty font. I think this would be a great card for anybody. Not super straight, but we'll go with that. Let me look at it. It's okay. All right, I was gonna flip it over, but we'll go with that. Make sure I close my glue as well. And then we'll just layer these little leaves on. Pale papaya, and I think that other one is mint macaron. They look really pretty together. And I do just leave the top part of that not adhered down, but certainly if you want to adhere it, you can. I like that extra dimension that it gives. And I know that that glue dot's going to hold that securely, so I'm not worried about that coming off or anything. But if you want to glue it down more, you can.
Cecil Ann Jordan.
Hi, Cecil Ann. Happy Easter. Just put this right there. Layer that on. And then we can bring our sentiment. And of course, we're going to use dimensionals for our sentiment. I know Dale has his shocked face. I think 4 is going to work. Well, probably squeeze that other one on there. And just add that birthday sentiment. And then we can do some embellishing. Again, don't forget you've got those faux sea glass shapes. I put them on my last card, but you can mix it up and make it your own. I'm just covering the bottom of the leaves, the little stems. Make sure that sentiment's straight-ish. How's that look? Pretty good. Okay, let's put on a couple of embellishments. And we will be done with card number 3. And of course, there's a train coming through. That's how we roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle those embellishments on.
Oliver picked his head up when you said you were going to use dimensionals.
Oh, did he? Okay, there's card number 3, guys. We have one more project to make, and it is a really cool fancy fold. I have no idea what the name of it is, but we will be back at 11 to create that card with you. So hope to see you back in a little bit. Thank you.